Today, I'm taking you behind the scenes into my Easter decorating story. How it all began, the twists and turns through vintage discoveries, and how I eventually found my way to a charming farmhouse chic style. This isn't just about pretty decor. It's about memories, family, and the little joys that make Easter feel like home. My love for Easter decor started when I was a child. I remember the soft scent of lilies in my grandmother's house, pastel-colored eggs nestled in wicker baskets, and porcelain bunnies lining her mantel. It was whimsical, heartfelt, and oh so vintage. That early exposure planted the seed for what would become a lifelong passion. My first real Easter decor piece was a vintage ceramic bunny I found at a local thrift shop in my 20s. It was chipped, a little faded, but I fell in love instantly. That bunny became my decorating mascot every spring, and I've built my Easter style around it ever since. Thrifting became more than just a weekend hobby. It was my hunting ground for vintage Easter treasures. I'd search through dusty shelves for floral plates, embroidered linens, and old-fashioned figurines. There's something so satisfying about uncovering a piece that tells a story, especially when it fits into a seasonal display. One spring, I arranged a small corner of my home with some pastel books, faux tulips, and that beloved ceramic bunny. I snapped a photo and posted it online, and to my surprise, people loved it. That's when I realized that seasonal decorating wasn't just personal. It could be shared and inspiring. For several years, I leaned deeply into vintage-inspired decor. Think lace doilies, milk glass candy dishes, and hand-painted eggs. I wanted my space to feel like an Easter postcard from the 1950s. It was cozy, nostalgic, and completely filled with character, even if nothing quite matched. Each year, I'd add one or two new items to my Easter decor collection. Whether it was a distressed picture frame or a faded gingham runner, every piece came with a story. Some were gifts, others were flea market finds, and a few were handmade. Together, they built the heart of my home. As farmhouse decor grew in popularity, I began to see how beautifully it could blend with my vintage pieces. The neutral tones, galvanized metals, and rustic woods gave balance to the pastel overload I used to lean on. Slowly, I started swapping out elements to create a more curated look. Farmhouse Chic and Easter decor are surprisingly perfect together. The natural textures, whitewashed finishes, and woven baskets all nod to spring simplicity. Once I realized that, I began creating Easter looks that were more refined but still warm, using a muted color palette and antique-inspired pieces. There was a whole season where I got deep into DIYs. Faux carrot garlands, hand-painted wooden signs, and decoupaged eggs. I loved the creativity and personalization. Some projects turned out beautifully. Others were Pinterest fails. But each one taught me more about my own style and what truly felt me. Every year, I wrestle with the classic tradition of egg dyeing. I love the nostalgia, but the bright colors often clash with my more neutral farmhouse vibe. So I got creative, dyeing eggs with natural materials like red cabbage and turmeric to get soft, earthy tones that still honor tradition. One big lesson in my decor evolution was learning that more isn't always better. I began focusing on layering textures, linen napkins, jute placemats, ceramic pitchers, instead of piling on too many themed trinkets. It created a sense of calm and elegance while still celebrating the spirit of the season. Last year, I created an Easter centerpiece I'm still obsessed with. A dough bowl filled with moss, ceramic eggs, and wooden bunnies, surrounded by eucalyptus sprigs. It was simple, soft, and totally in line with my farmhouse vibe. That moment, I felt like I'd finally found my signature Easter style. One of my favorite things to do now is mix vintage finds with new, farmhouse-inspired pieces. I'll place an antique egg cup next to a modern faux bunny from Target. That blend gives my home a layered, lived-in feel. Like every piece has a purpose and a place in the story. Over time, I realized that decorating for Easter became a form of self-care. It's my time to slow down, be creative, and bring beauty into my daily routine. Each garland hung or candle lit is a reminder to celebrate the now, even in the smallest of ways. People often ask where I shop for my Easter decor. I love mixing high and low, thrift stores, antique malls, Hobby Lobby sales, and online finds from Temu or Etsy. It's not about spending a fortune, it's about finding pieces that speak to you and tell a cohesive story. Now, certain pieces have become Easter traditions. My daughter insists we display the vintage bunny every year.
My husband always hangs the wooden cross wreath on our front door.
These small rituals have made seasonal decor more than just aesthetic. It's become part of our family fabric. My Easter color palette has mellowed over time. I now lean into dusty pinks, sage greens, soft whites, and buttery yellows. These hues keep the space feeling fresh but not overwhelming, especially paired with wood accents, aged metals, and lots of greenery. Flowers are my favorite part of spring. I use a mix of real tulips, faux hydrangeas, and even dried lavender in my decor. Arranged in pitchers or tucked into baskets, they breathe life into every vignette and remind me that spring is a season of new beginnings. The entryway is the first taste of Easter in my home. I keep it simple: a bunny figurine, a seasonal wreath, and maybe a soft throw blanket in a woven basket. It sets the tone without screaming Easter, blending charm and warmth right at the door. Setting the table for Easter brunch is a highlight of the season. I mix gingham napkins with neutral chargers, layer vintage plates, and use fresh herbs as place car holders. It's farmhouse elegance with a playful twist, and it makes everyone feel like they're sitting down to something special. Sometimes it's the small details that make Easter decorating feel magical, like bunny-shaped salt shakers, carrot-shaped napkin rings, or tiny nests tucked into shelf corners. These little flourishes add personality and charm without overpowering the overall aesthetic. I've learned that decorating is a process, not a destination.
Your style evolves, just like you do.
You don't need to buy new pieces every year to stay relevant. Just refresh what you already love in a new way. Authenticity always outshines trends. Creating seasonal content has allowed me to share my Easter decorating journey with thousands of kindred spirits. Whether through YouTube videos, Instagram photos, or DIY tutorials, it's been such a joy connecting with others who love the magic of spring as much as I do. So that's my Easter decorating story. From thrifted vintage beginnings to the warm elegance of farmhouse chic. It's a journey still unfolding, and I'm so grateful to bring you along. However you choose to decorate, I hope it brings joy, connection, and a little sparkle to your spring.